But what is happening? We are rather thinking of the material more than the spiritual. So there's no fear in us, let alone our children. And aside that, even the parents who is supposed to do the prayers, like pray, how do you call it? Interceding for the child. His or her work is also taking most part of their time. You get parents who hardly come home on time. They leave their children, then by the time they get home, the children are already asleep. In the morning, even if they will go together, when they come back, the children are always asleep. So, and you get some parents going to work even at the weekends. So, how much time would you have to even spend having one-on-one with your own child? There's no more there. God help us. Amen.
Everybody had his or her share in this interesting dialogue from government, parents, teachers, the students themselves, and the society. Please enjoy and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Patiently to like, share, comment, and particularly put on the post notification bell.
Really?
Tell me about life after school and everything.
Hey sister, life after school, it's individual. It hasn't been easy, but then with God, we are passing through, if I should say it that way.
How is, after school, we had ambitions.
After school, that was when? 1996.
Yes.
Hey, it's been a long time.
So tell me about education then the education that you see now. How you feel the education system in Ghana is going?
Oh, well, I would say with personally being a part of the old system, I would say I would rather wish they brought in the old system. In that, with the old system, you could go through Form 5 and then had another chance to do your 2 years, making 7 years. And that alone gave you some amount of, trying to broaden your base in terms of networking. You see people on yearly basis. And you acquired so much from getting to know people individually. And apart from that, you realize when you further your education to the tertiary, you meet them there too. And there too, you broaden your base. So right after school, like if you are able to enter tertiary and then you come back, you set into the world, let's say the working field, you realize you have accumulated a certain kind of knowledge in terms of human relations, where you are able to deal with people on one, or even when there are many, you are able to relate cordially with them. But for this current system, you realize people go and then it's just about, even the 3 years is no more 3 years. You realize that it's now been compared to even when you take last year, those who completed last year, it was just a little over 2 years. And with this today, for those in form 1 going Form 2, you realize that it will take them about just 2 years, because they entered this January. Those in Form 1, secondary school Form 1 now. They entered January, and in September they are going to be promoted to Form 2. So which means by next year, around this time, they will be in Form 3. Then 2025, they are done with education. Is it 2020? Yes, 2025, they are done with secondary education. Which you realize it doesn't help. And considering the number of students presently in school, as against our time where we're just a few in a class, you go to a class and then there will be about 50 students. That's the maximum. Now you go and then it's about 100, if I should put it, 100 in a class. So you realize it doesn't help the students. In that, even the teacher who is marking their papers has a quantum of papers to mark. So the teaching aspects that is the one-to-one that students are able to have with the teacher, no, wouldn't be that how do you call it, productive, because you won't be able to answer each student. And there's this trend too that where the students are even afraid to even approach their teachers, unlike our time where you could easily bump into a teacher's office, or you could easily go to the staff room and then hey, personally they will call you okra. So you could see that we were free with the masters then, so you could easily approach them in terms of whatever, be it academic work or social work. But today it's not like that. So personally, I would prefer, or I would wish that the government would bring back the system.
Wow. But are you following the calendar of the day, like the academic calendar? Because you know those times, you know when children are vacating, you know when to do what, how to plan for them. Right now, how is it like?
No, for now it's like because they want to really go back to the old academic system where we started from June, and it started from September and ended in June. You realize that for this present year, it hasn't been that effective. You have some students being in school, others at home, and then it's a whole lot, and it's creating other social vices which are very unpleasant. Unpleasant in that a child may tell the parents he or she is going for vacation classes. At the end of the day, that child might not even end up there, and it has other implications in terms of cost, because this child, formerly during my time, around this time, we were all in the house. But even if it were the school time, you realize we go, it's 3 months. We spend 3 months in school, then we come back. So around this time, it's long vacation that we are all attending. So for students to be in the house whilst others are in school, it doesn't mean it's not the best. It's not the best.
What form of social vices have you noticed, apart from teenage pregnancy and those things?
No, for these people, for the present students, you don't normally see them in town, thanks to social media. All that you see most of the time they are on their phones. And being on their phones, you don't even know what they are doing there. Here is the case, most phones don't have parental guide. So the student or the child or ward is left to do whatever they want on their own. And what I'm realizing is, taking for instance, yesterday, a mate of my son sent him a message. Now you should send him 20 CDs. You want to go and do betting. Look at that. So when my boy came, I asked him, have you been doing betting? Because I've seen a message on my phone. Normally when it comes home, it's my phone. I don't give them phones when they are in school. So it's my personal phone that they use. I have one there that I normally use for recordings and all that. So that's what they also use when they want to do their assignment and all that. So I saw the message. It's like he's giving the number to the person, and then the person sent the message with the name that he's so and so, that he should send him 20 CDs for betting.
That your boy should send.
My boy should send him 20 CDs for betting.
So
look at that. So once he got home, he wasn't there. Once he got home, I asked him, who is that boy? I nearly called the boy actually. But then I thought it would also be an infringement on his privacy. So the best was for me to ask him, who is this boy? Are you also doing betting? Because he has sent a message that you should send him money. So you are doing for the Christmas with my money, isn't it? And he said he personally is not doing it. But you don't know. You know kids with friends and all that. You don't know who will be corrupting your own child. Or he personally might even be part of it, which you wouldn't know. So these are some of the things. So it's like they themselves, apart from teenage pregnancy and maybe entering into social, like we smoking and all that, the others which we are not seeing, but it is happening. It is happening. And even where they meet, with all these gay things and all that, you don't even know what. So it's like the present day child is being exposed to a whole lot, unbeknownst to the mother, the parents.
But do you think imbibing godly values in them. That's really vast.
Oh, of course. But these days, what is also happening is, it's like even the church, if I should put it, the church in general is also losing its grounds. In that, me being a Methodist, during my time, when I was growing up, it was a Sunday school which took up most of the training. That's training in terms of, how do you call it? Upbringing. Aside your parents, you realize that the church had a major role where once you go, I had a Sunday school teacher who would just, if you don't attend Sunday school, the next day you'll be in your house to ask you why you didn't attend Sunday school. And even there, even back in school, you realize because of BK and all that, and morning devotions and all that, at least you could get a thing or two to cause you to change your own life. But these days, you open the TV station, the radio stations, you go on social media, and all you see is all these commercial churches making money out of people. You see, and what is happening is they dwell on people's weakness in terms of fear. Like they push fear into the people, and then out of it, they extort their own money. And it is not helping. And the kids who are coming to have realized that whatever they see, it doesn't work. Just imagine a pastor or a board saying, oh, by if you haven't gotten money, like previously I've been, by the end of this month, God is going to bless you with such and such an amount. And then at the end of the month, you don't get it. Do you think the coming child will believe in what you are saying? You go to church, our ministers are preaching. It's like even the salvation now is no more preached. What they preach is anything material. When I say anything material, anything that has to do with something that will make you acquire wealth. So it's like we are losing focus. Bible tells us that we should think of today and then tomorrow we think of itself. And then it also goes on to tell us that we should concentrate about the kingdom. And all other things will be added onto us. But what is happening? We are rather thinking of the material more than the spiritual. So there's no fear in us, let alone our children. And aside that, even the parents who is supposed to do the prayers, like pray, how do you call it? Interceding for the child. His or her work is also taking most part of their time. You get parents who hardly come home on time. They leave their children, then by the time they get home, the children are already asleep. In the morning, even if they go together, when they come back, the children are always asleep. So and you get some parents going to work even at the weekends. So how much time would you have to even spend having one-on-one with your own child? It's no more there.
May God help us.
Amen.
I think you have shared a great deal with us, and if we take the bits and pieces, it will really help all of us.
Of course.
Thank you, my dears.
You are welcome. It's been years, but today I've also enjoyed being in your office and then.
It's always a great time. I was really dying to see you. And God, God works mysteriously.
Mysteriously. Yeah.
I'm so happy to see my daughter. Thank you, okay.